All right, everybody, this is John taking a look at the markets today. It's been three pretty quiet days in a row where we're just kind of hanging around 76.60, 76.80, right in that zone, which happens to line up right with the 21 period moving average on the daily. You can see here that we did get a squeeze ideal long that fired off there, and then since then we're just losing momentum. And so that makes sense. So typically squeeze fires, you start losing momentum, and then you come back and start testing the means, which is a lot of times I look at that as like the 21 period moving average. That could also be the 382 retracement of the last move, and you can see we're right above that. So a strong pullback holds kind of that 21 moving average 382 retracement, and then from there it can turn higher. Now, is that what's going to happen here or not? The interesting thing here is that while the S&Ps are holding up really well, there's some divergences, not in BDX, that would be NDX. There's some divergences that are happening a little bit more in the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq, of course, made a lower high, and it's been a little bit more volatile. You can see we're well below the 382, we're below the 21. We're kind of sitting here at the 618. And so while the 382 is kind of the, that's the healthy pullback level, the 618 is kind of like the last man standing pullback level. Is that something that, at least from this swing low to swing high, if we're looking at that, is that something that's going to hold or not? So actually I should look at this one real quick too. If we look at from this low to the high, then that's more 50% retracement zone and stuff like that too. So that's actually a little bit more accurate view there. So both of them are just kind of hanging out there, and then we just have, for lack of a better term, we just have a mixed bag. And of course we've got some big name earnings coming up. Nvidia, essentially the biggest of them, that's coming out on Thursday, I believe, and then or tomorrow. So there might be some hurry up and wait for Nvidia earnings, and they'll be great. But the question is are they better than what was expected, or are they in line with what was expected? I can't imagine that they would be worse than what's expected. It's all about that future, all that kind of stuff. Tesla has quietly had this pretty strong 20% rally off the lows. Nothing special, but it's just, it's not 300 anymore. If we're the kind of a star here has been Bitcoin. Now, just a warning here, Bitcoin does have cycle highs coming into play tomorrow, the 26th. So this could be something that's just short-lived and was a nice little spurt. So keep an eye on that. If we do gap up tomorrow and then show some weakness, I would actually look at buying some puts or selling some call credit spreads on Hood and a few of these others that have some really good big moves here. And and this is typical of a stock like this, where you have a big move and it's great, and then it just kind of fades back. And there's a big move and it's great, and it just kind of fades back. Big move and it's great. So just kind of look at this as it's a big move and it's great, and is this going to 130, or are we going to fade back? So I would look at that as especially with the cycle highs and stuff like that coming into play in Bitcoin, that it would fade back. Meta, so this is one of those where I always like to look to short the rallies, and so this has rallied into some pretty formidable resistance right here in kind of this purple zone here, purple zone of death. I prefer it when it does that and there's a squeeze that had recently set up. So we don't have a squeeze or anything like that, but still I look at this as, not as an opportunity to, get more exposure to Meta to the long side, but in fact to fade the move. Google, just been kind of hanging out here, not too much going on. Apple, I was pricing out the new M5 and M6 Mac Minis, and they got the M5 Ultra Studios. Those look great. I think I don't really need any hardware right now, but that's something that, the question on something like that is just Apple, they kind of accidentally, and this all happened when they said, oh, well, let's build cars like Tesla. And so during that process, while they wasted a lot of money, they developed the hardware and the chips that were perfect for running your agents on. And so, it's kind of interesting how things, one thing can lead to another like that. And so in the process of, trying to do something and having to build out infrastructure to make that thing happen, and then ultimately it fails, you're still left with the things that got developed during that time. And so while they didn't go into making electric cars, which I think it was good because that would have been a huge distraction, it did position them for the AI explosion, and I think it was a fortunate accident. But that's fine. That's, but I think the moral of the story is that you find something like that, you throw yourself into it, where you're a company or you're an individual as a human being, and maybe it didn't turn out the way you thought it would, but during that process you developed a set of skills that comes in handy for the next thing that comes along. So life kind of tends to work like that, which is kind of interesting. So that's what happened to Apple. Other than that, not a whole lot of interesting things happening. Bonds, today's action here, this was bonds oftentimes when you see something like this can be a reversal. You've just got all these just oversold signals here. And are we finally going to, get a move higher here? And of course, that would correspond with interest rates. If I can type them in correctly, CGI, interest rates coming down. So big move down in interest rates today. And to me, the important level always here has been about 4.3%. If we're below that, things are pretty manageable. Above that, it impacts housing and all that kind of stuff. We're not going back to, I think everybody's like, oh, when are we going back to, zero? And, it's not any time, it's kind of, you don't really want that, because that means that the entire global economy is hitting the absolute fan. So that's not what we want. But And historically, 4 to 6% is the average range of interest rates, and so it's just kind of adapting to that new normal. But bonds also are in a cyclical spot here in terms of a bottom, and the idea here that bonds could actually rally and interest rates could come down is a playable move.
Hey, John here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, comment down below and let us know what topic you want to see us cover next. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get notified when we release new videos. And if you want to watch us trade in real time using our own money, go to simplertrading.com and learn how to sign up. Good trading, and we'll see you next time.